Hey, welcome to this week's Business Growth Secrets Audit. Got something really special for you this week, an array of business gems. So if you're a business owner that wants to grow, wants to scale, we've compiled this very special Business Growth Secrets Audit. How do you add £100,000 in revenue? How do you take a new start business to £1 million in just 18 months? How do you double a business's revenue without spending on marketing? How do you build a £700,000 a year AI business? This is more than just business strategy. How do you take a new start business, and in this case, an accountancy business, from not knowing where to get customers to £1 million plus in revenue in just 18 months?
I'm founder of a multi-award-winning accountancy practice. I set up the business when I joined Ghost Circle last June. Since then, we won a lot of awards, which I'm really proud.
What does a business owner do when they're sidetracked from their real goals and running enthusiastically in the wrong direction? Watch as I get him back on track so he can retire financially free in just 3 years.
I've been a financial advisor for 40 years. In recent years, that's really moved into wealth management. Well, the business has been expanding. It's freed me up to work with higher end clients. That's been really exciting, but it's how do you get that message out?
How do you take a business that's been struggling to make a profit for 8 years?
I can't keep operating the way that I am.
Go into panic mode and all this kind of jazz, and turn the entire business around in just one session. How badly do you want that?
Bust, basically. We are focused personal training in Southampton. I knew that the space didn't exist and that I needed to create it. 10 years ago, I opened up my own facility. That's where we became specialists in small group personal training.
How do you build a £700,000 a year AI business from a standing start? I'm joined by Abeer, expert at AI. I'm going to turn that expertise into income in today's episode of the Business Growth Secrets Audit.
Thank you very much, Adam. It's great to be here. My name is Abeer, and my background actually has been corporate, 15 plus years on a trading floor, always with an inkling since I was a child to run my own business. I was definitely persuaded away from running my own business. The entrepreneurial spirit was always something that was in me since I was a kid. I used to run the tuck shop. I used to run the school ball I ran. It was the first one that actually made money at Stringfellows. It was always in a...
You ran a school ball?
Yes.
A Stringfellows?
Yes.
How do you manage to run a school ball at a strip club? How do you double a business's revenue without spending on marketing?
The lead generation is a massive challenge.
When's the last time you called those 58 people?
I never called anyone.
I thought you wanted to make an impact.
I do.
Do you not like people?
I do like people, yeah.
Today I'm joined by an amazing lady, Angie Lloyd-Jones.
I literally had a vet say to me, I don't want you here.
I think that the only potential issue that we have is that we jump around a little bit.
I
So
haven't
what we
thought
need to
of
do,
this.
but yes, okay, it's okay, don't you worry.
Okay, so I'm a radiographer by background, Adam. My skill set is ultrasound, so I'm used to teaching multidisciplinary medical doctors like nurses, midwives, A&E consultants, etc., how to do ultrasound safely, consistently and confidently. But what in actual fact is happening is they're having a go because they've either not got the confidence to be able to perform those comprehensive scans, they've never had any formal training, or maybe perhaps they're just a little bit too frightened of that machine and all those controls, and they don't know how to utilize it properly. So it's better then to get somebody in and outsource this and lose revenue to their business than it is for them to keep that valuable resource inside the business and upskill and learn and have that contingency.
I have a small client base and I'm looking to grow the business now. I still need to generate 37K. So this is around 4K per month, which is not a lot.
You took action in despite of fear and you started building your business. So I commend you for that.
Yeah.
One of my goals is to implement my funnels correctly. I've currently got 1,200 subscribers. I'd really like to push that to 10,000. I'd like to be generating 15 good quality client referrals a week. Finish my book, The Behavioural Millionaire, and I really want to create a course around that
What I'm seeing here is some very task orientated, but the problem is when we get very task orientated is it takes us away from the outcome, and I'm not sure that your overall outcome is there. What do you actually
my
want?
overall outcome is to bring in £10 million of new client funds every year.
So basically you want to add value to your portfolio so that when you actually sell it, that's what I'm hearing, right? Is 10 million client funds, add value portfolio, retire in 3 years.
As I retire, my goal is to run an online business from a laptop in a motorhome in the Alps.
And you want online income, right? You want funnels, you want YouTube strategy, you want to be a top YouTube performer, and you want a book, and you want all that in the next 12 months, which is fine. But now tell me why you ain't got it.
The funnels.
Because you want the income.
But one would be ideal.
Okay.
I need one.
What one is the domino that knocks the other dominoes over?
The retirement planning for company director.
Not the networking?
Yeah.
The networking or the retirement plan?
No, the retirement plan.
Why does that knock the other one over?
Because my YouTube strategy and my book generate those kind of people.
The challenge I really found myself in when I first came across BBE was I was making an impact. I was passionate about what I was doing, but I wasn't making any money. Brand awareness was none. Sales process needed working on. Without becoming profitable and having a consistent salary, I will just work myself into the ground because there'll be no holidays, there'll be no breaks. The second part is to double our turnovers.
So one of the things we want to establish, we know where we are, we know where we want to be. How badly do you want these things? Get turnover to £500,000 is measurable. Become profitable. How profitable?
Yeah.
You've got to take a salary in there.
My ego wants me to earn at least as much as my husband.
Well, first of all, it's always good to be aware of these things, but your ego is often not your amigo.
I know.
Right?
I think I'm like stubbornly independent. I think to be able to feel that I can hold my own, that matters to me.
So we've got two choices. We either make more money or we get your husband fired.
Yeah.
Coming to BBE really opened my eyes to a different angle on the business. I didn't know how to scale and build a business. You opened my eyes to the fact that, well, it might be easy for you, Dylan, and you might have thought it, but other people, even if they thought it, don't know how to build it. That's what you should do. And that hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, I came to BBE with a certain plan and an idea. My instant response to you was, yes, I can do that. I want a minimum of 2 to 5 clients a month. I'd like to scale that to 10 a month to really help people implement AI into the bed of their business.
I have most definitely had some struggles and some bad days. I was first met with a lot of resistance from some of the vets, and I've met some fantastic vets, and I've got a lot of support from some amazing vets as well in what I'm doing. On day one, I literally had a vet say to me, I don't want you here. So I wrote the first set of guidelines for veterinary ultrasound practice. It was published by the British Medical Ultrasound Society and endorsed by the European College of Veterinary Diagnostic Imagers. So
does that give you some strong credibility on the subject?
Yes, it does. Well, where I am now is that finally, Adam, thanks to you and the training I've had so far, I've actually confronted some of my fears. So I took a look at our figures because I know we're not earning profit. I know we're not got loads of money in the bank. I worry about it. I lie there in bed at night not knowing how I'm going to pay the bills.
I met the other day a lady. I make offer for her which was 4K a year, and she come back to me. She said, can you quote me for my 3 companies?
Did you save her money?
Yes.
Did you save her money on a tax bill? What did you do? How much?
150.
150,000?
50, yeah.
In corporation tax?
Yes.
This is what I want to do first of all. But you've got the Bulgarian version of the Chamber of Commerce, the Bulgarian Business Association that you can also look at. So you want to look at going and having conversations with these. I'm always looking is who's already got my people. Rather than me trying to have to go and round them all up, I just want to go to the person that's got them already. I want them to introduce me to them as a warm friend, which means that I'm going to get tons of business from the bat, and you want to get some partners on board like that at the beginning. My second move would be more of a marketing move. So if you imagine this, you've got a Facebook group owner, and the person that's running that group is probably running it as a hobby. They're leading with their emotions. They're trying to help everyone from Bulgaria and the UK.
Yeah.
You know, you don't run one of these groups, do you?
No.
Right? So they're going to be helping everybody out, and they're going to be doing all this jazz and stuff like that. Is we want to go to them with an offer that they're going to love. We say to them, hey, for £250 a month or £150 a month, whatever you feel comfortable with, I would like to sponsor your group. £150 a month. You're now in front of 30,000 different people. Look, not everyone's going to love it, but they don't love it, they don't have to watch it, right?
Yeah.
Because you've had opportunities to close the deal. You've had opportunities to close the business. You've had opportunities to have the candid conversations, and you've not had them. So why have you not had them?
Pride. Sometimes.
Okay, so then we can't even do. So we got pride.
A lot of issues here, yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah. But have you heard the phrase, pride comes before the fall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I do, yeah.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Your ego or pride is not your amigo.
Yeah.
If it's meant to be, it's up to me. We've got to make the business happen. You've fallen in love with the complexities.
Yeah.
And you've forgotten what's got you all your success all on the way. People buy from people. For everybody that's listening and watching right now, too much tech going on. CRMs, funnels, AI, landing pages, automation, AI chatbots, Messenger, WhatsApp, boom, 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 boom. Your head's blown up. How many social media channels? LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, blah, 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 blah. You just got a million different things going on. It's probably driving you nuts and crazy. Do you know what the bottom line is this? If you want to make money in business, people buy from people. You have to invest time in relationships, and when you invest time in relationships, they come and they buy off you. The best, most powerful free offer that you could run would be a free networking event, okay?
Yep.
Because that way, people are going to register for that free networking event. You're going to get the lead.
Yep.
But what you also get is a time commitment that they're going to come and they're going to spend time with you. Does that make sense? So my advice, Steve, is I would put this in place, build one funnel to knock down all the dominoes, rather than trying to have all the dominoes separately in separate places and building multiple different funnels. Because I feel that if one client has 3 needs, you can accomplish those needs with one funnel.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Friend? Yes.
Good stuff. You're saying the business currently is at 20,000 in sales. We've got 20,000 in costs. We're basically break even. If each of these just added £1,500 in revenue to the business, our entire problem will be solved. First of all, you can fix this breakage with a very simple fix, okay? Which is you say, instead of losing 50%, we work with you for 6 weeks. It's 497 for the 6 weeks. You then automatically move on to our 197 a month. You don't want to do the 197. We will have a review. And if you don't want to come out of that, that's okay. But we set that up right from the beginning because our intention here is to make an impact. So review meeting, you're already on plan, but I need to talk to you. Now, this is the plan. These are all 12 months. They're not 3 months. We're going to call these 2 different things. This can be your inner circle. This has to be 12 months to get in because this is status driven. This has to be 6. When you pay for inner circle in full, you get the 3-day retreat for free. It's their job to get your inner circles paid in full.
Yep.
Now this person be, I want to go on a retreat. 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 And then this is 3K, 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 3K. You were only getting 25% to pay like that. You're now going to be moving all the people to pay like that. Turn the retreat into a £2,000 option. Don't need to go crazy on costs. Make it sensible. And then go and offer it to all the clients. And they've got to sell 2 retreats a month. But in the value ladder step, you have to have a moment where you spend time with the person to move them to the next step. Now you've got a steady flow of the client journey where you're moving them up every single stage. That's how we can get this business way past, because you wanted 500k. This is how we can go from 500k to $1 million to 1.5 and beyond. First of all, we've got a target there of we want to get to £600,000 a year, basically with this business, 50 grand a month. We're going to look at some restructuring. Paying clients, if they buy something and they have a great experience, they are much, much, much more likely to buy again. So what we need is we need to way to get them absolutely hooked on AI, where they realize the power,
Therefore, they go, right, I want more AI. I want more AI because it's making my life easier. I would have a free offer that sits at the bottom of the value ramp. You give them a demo of AI Dylan and you say, I am an AI expert. I help businesses with AI. I help them to improve their operations. I've got a number of different options that I can help you with. There is an option where you can do it as a one-off £10,000. Alternatively, we do it high ticket continuity and it's £1,000 a month. So if you sell a couple of these a month, this gives you the 20k, which gives you 240, which basically takes you 180 plus your 240, that gives you 420,000. And then if you had 10 people paying you on a recurring, brings you that income into the business and gets you in a great place. Don't sleep on the rest of what we said, because this is your real opportunity to take this business to 700,000 plus a year.
Fantastic.
Now, when we look at the clients, you've got 11 corporate clients that you've gone and signed. What I really need to know is, where has that £113,000 come from if we were to break it down?
It has come from face-to-face events, 2-day workshops, and it's come from an online mentorship and training program called the Sonographer on Your Shoulder, or SOIS for short.
Break down the income between those two programs.
Per client, I get a better sale with Sonographer on Your Shoulder, 2,700.
Yeah.
For a workshop, I'm probably getting 1,000.
They really love what we do, and then they start using it for the next month, and then it wears off, and then they stop
That's
using
exactly
it.
what's happening.
Because you're not selling them any continuity training. I thought you wanted to make an impact.
I do. And do you know what? That's actually going to make a massive difference to these guys here. So not a single advert gone out, really.
No. And now that's going to be what turns the tide of taking your business from losing money to making money.
Wow.
In a very short period of time.